I call the meeting of the Delaware County Regional Wastewater Meeting, July 2023 to order. It is 3 o'clock straight up. Penny, will you call the roll, please?
Hold on a second.
You're on time. You're on time,
Oh,
sir.
it says 2 minutes after.
I got
your
3
date.
o'clock.
Yeah.
I got 3 o'clock on all mine.
So, Pete, since are you done delaying the meeting? Can I move on? Ray,
Yes.
Yes.
Josh,
Here.
Joe,
Present.
Bill,
Yes.
Brenda.
Yes, ma'am.
With that, has everybody had a chance to review the minutes from the previous meeting of June 7th? If so, I'd entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion that we approve the minutes from the June 7th meeting, Joe.
Second. Have a first and a second. Are there any changes or discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Oppose?
One abstention.
One abstention. Minutes carried. Treasurer's report, Mr. Treasurer.
Account balances, or claims from June 1st, 2023 through June 30th, 2023 totaling $231,351.74. Account balances as of June 30th, 2023. Cash operating balance, $420,000. Improvement fund balance, $2,480,796.40. And we have received the Daleville tip transfer of $9,411. I would move to approve the claims for the month of, June.
Second. First and second, any discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Oppose? Motion carried. Old business, none. New business, Jason.
In Penny's board packet that was sent out on Friday, you guys should have, received a renewal notice for the employees' dental and vision coverage. We always, the health always comes in January, the vision and dental always renews in October. So we got to the 10th and we kind of reached out and told them that we, keep our eyes open, see if we can find something else within inside the chamber option. But right now, the vision and dental, it's been going great. The 4 employees that are on the, plan along with the families and everything haven't had any issues, and we've seen, the renewal rates at a 0% premium change. So unless we just find something, fantastic, looking for board approval to go ahead and get this, approved for the October 1st renewal date.
Is this through Thompson's?
No, it's through the Chamber of Health.
Okay,
mean,
I thought
Chamber-
I
Chamber
thought
of
you,
Commerce, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry,
Get my head
I'm
back.
definitely here, so I
Playing
didn't
a
hear.
little golf?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. I make a motion, we go ahead and accept the insurance as it is.
I have a first, do I hear a second?
I'll second it, Joe Boyce.
I got a first and a second. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye. Oppose? Motion carried. Jason, updates? Collection?
Alright, we got a couple things. Collections update for the month of June. As of, this past Monday, we were sitting at $2,150.39 of delinquent amounts all over the entire collections area. That's a little bit, up from where we were sitting at, last month's board meeting on the 5th. During the month of June, we had 5 properties reconnected. Majority of those were all tax payments, and we had 1 property disconnected. Collections are going pretty smooth. We had the holidays kind of slowed us down. We kind of, had a 10-day window fall right on the middle of the week, so we're kind of running a week behind for the Rorton area, but, I think there's only 4 still left to collect on in there, and we've got those properties called in. Also, we didn't get it on the agenda for new business. It's gonna have to be paid, but I can get it sent out to you. We did, at the very beginning of the week, receive the bill from, State Board of Accounts on our, audit. It's for $19,080, so we'll have to, we'll need approval to make sure that gets paid.
Or we can wait till next week.
Okay, that's fine.
The state government, they're not gonna go out.
They're not gonna.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll make them wait at that price.
Okay.
Do we get
Well,
penalized
That-
for waiting?
That's the right question.
Do we get a
Yeah.
penalty, though?
Yeah,
It is, it's just, it's on letterhead, tells us what we owe, and it doesn't say when it's even due by. So
We've seen a significant increase. We talked about this at lunch. I figured mine went up. I was only paying 2,000 to 3,000. I'm already at 5,000 now. They're hitting me every 2 years now because of the federal. They have they've cut their overhead, they've cut their staff, they're doing it from in-house and then come and do your exit interview, and the price has gone up. They are not playing games anymore.
It took 4
No
weeks
games.
last year, and it was 14 grand, and it took 3 weeks this year, and we're at 19 grand.
Yep.
So.
Same thing, I went
Okay,
through it too.
we'll get that put on the agenda for new business and get that, sent out in the board packets then. A couple other updates we got. We did receive a price increase, it's for when the customers submit the payments, we got this out in the board packet as well. Something that we're gonna be paying in-house, there was a small, fee increase for whenever a customer uses a card or, pays electronically, through Invoice Cloud. For, credit card payments, they were at $2.95%, that's now went up to $3.15. This was the first available increase we've had since we went into contract with them when we switched over. And it was $1.50 for a check payment, now it's $1.65, but that's all on the customer side of it.
The customer.
Customer
Yeah.
pays that,
Yeah,
you're
we
giving that notice up
and we
front.
still,
You pay the percentage or you pay the check cashing fee.
And just we still offer free, if they decide to sign up for ACH through our, online banking service, and we offer that for free of service, so that's kind of where we fall if we get somebody that's upset about the fees there. Taking care of.
How often can they change the fees on us? In
What
the
is
contract
it,
with them?
24 months, Penny?
I think it was 24, when we talked about it, it was
I
locked
think we
in.
locked in the first time, it was 2 years, yep, so it's every 2 years. And this isn't a fee that's gonna, like I said, hit us, so if I see something come across on that, I'll actually reach out to him to see if we expect anything here. Won't be too much longer, me and Penny will start, working away on the budget for next year, so. And there was one other thing. Oh, yeah, we had the first new MSD bills come in, due to the kind of back and forth and delay of getting it, in effect on our May billing. They weren't able to get that new rate in place. I've already talked to Dina, and John's already confirmed that the new bills coming in this June will reflect any changes that should have been in place on the May bill, and also will be in place for this June coming bill, so.
So they'll additionally, they're gonna put the savings,
Yeah, they'll put the savings.
on the June bill.
Yep.
Okay.
So.
With the
other than that,
July bill.
everything else is, good. There's some more updates based on, the Roriton bids. We had the bid closing the bid openings on the 22nd of June. Came in substantially high. During Rob's report, he'll give you guys an update on that and kind of tell you what we've been working with the contractor. We had one single bidder on the job, that was Brackney. What, you said they're doing a water, right?
They're putting storm sewer in Daleville right now.
We reached out, Rob, like he said, he threw it out there to everybody. And we even called local contractors. It's just hard to kind of get interest and, for the kind of specific work that we're looking at here. And we've had some talk with commissioners, and, but there's a whole list of stuff we're trying to do to see what the possibility of getting this project taken care of is, but that is all I have for you guys right now.
I have a question
Yeah.
maybe it's for Rob. Is the problem with no bidders when we're wanting it done? I always hear materials, but then, is it because of when we want the work done, or can we rebid it?
You know what,
or what?
let's go ahead and I'm gonna jump over to this. Why don't you go ahead and give the update, so we can get all the information out, and let's go ahead and have a discussion and get this, so everybody's up to date.
So, raw material is part of it, right? But that's more of a cost thing, and availability. If we were putting in ductile iron pipe, for example, then I could see where they would have concerns, because I'm running into it. Pete's probably seen it back on his prior adventures, but ductile iron pipe could be out 2 years. It is what it is. In this particular case, we're in an environment now that I've been doing this for 25 plus years. I've never had a situation where there's basically more money than there is contractors. And that's literally what we're facing. Jason, he referred to this as specialty work, and it is kind of, sort of, right? You're not gonna get the plumbers or the electricians that we would all call if we had issues at home, right? These are industrial contractors, big person stuff. Everybody's booked out, and the concern that the contractors have, and it's not just specific to us, because there's also issues within our project that were explained to Jason and I when we met with them, and I'll touch on that. But, you know, we bid these jobs and we tell them you got 12 months to get the work done. Well, these guys are already booked out probably through into next spring and starting in next summer. And yeah, they're trying to build their backlog, but they're also gonna bid a job thinking, my bid's good for 60 days. These guys are gonna wanna issue a contract and a notice to proceed within 60-ish days, and the clock's gonna be ticking on me. The contractors are, you know, they're not sure if they have the manpower to get it done. And even on projects that I have in other communities that are under contract, it's hard to find manpower. So they're gonna bid it to make sure if they've got to sub it out, they're covered, so on and so forth. So we had a situation where we were fortunate, to get a bid. Within our organization, I've seen several projects in other communities where we've not got bids and had no choice but to rebid it. Our bid came in significantly over our budget. Now, our budget was established 2.5, 3 years ago, and we've added a few things to the scope, which we bid as alternates. But the reality is we thought we needed $1.5 million, and it came in at 3.2. So, we're under what we need. We have less than what we need. Jason and I met with the contractor on yesterday, right? Got a little more insight into what was driving their prices. Was this bid tab included in their packet?
Yes.
Okay. Obviously, the first thing that jumps out at me is $775 a linear foot to put 15-inch pipe in the ground. Primary concern is it's a short run, it's through a field. On the surface, you would think, no big deal. Groundwater is what's driving that price, and the significant dewatering that they're anticipating needing. And that's the only thing that's driving it. We had soil borings, they went down 5 foot below the pipe. We showed them where the water was, but given the characteristics of the existing soils and the depth of the excavation, it's more than just well points. It's pretty salty, dewatering cost. And then on the lift station side of the creek, we knew this as we got further into design, that lift station that we're rehabbing, we have to take the wet well out of service, put new pumps, new piping, coat the inside of it. There's at least 4 lines that come into that lift station. So we have a fairly expansive bypass pumping setup that we need to get in and do that work. So those 2 things in and of themselves is what's really driving the cost on the base bid part of this project. When we met with them yesterday, I threw some ideas out we met with the estimator for Brackney, and I gave them some things that I asked them to go back and look at with respect to the sanitary sewer component to see if there was ways to do a little value engineering. We could then take that, execute a contract, immediately issue a change order, and get the price down. As soon as I have that back, I will share it with Jason and he'll distribute it to the board. The lift station cost, I think it is what it is. Like that 1.8 number, part of what we require these guys to submit in their bids, or they have to pencil in the bid package what their equipment quotes were from their vendors, and they're consistent with what the vendors told us. So equipment at the lift stations, piping at the lift stations, all that stuff is consistent. It really comes down to dewatering and bypass pumping. We're also getting a new generator at that lift station because the pumps are bigger. We had an allowance line in there, but we're getting a new three-phase utility drop at that list. So there's just a lot of things that went into it. Contractor's going back and looking at a couple things, and they'll get back to me, hopefully yet by the end of this week. Project bid, we opened bids on June 22nd. Bids are good for 60 days. So they got to honor their bid for 60 days. So we've got potentially until the middle of August to make up our mind. Now, that being said, we also know that the commissioners want us to make our decision a lot quicker than that. So, we're working with the low bidder, the only bidder, to see if there's opportunity to get the cost down. Also having some dialogue with some other contractors in the industry that I know, just to make sure that the pricing is legitimate on the surface. The contractor itself, as I mentioned earlier, you know, they're doing work in Daleville, they're doing work in Eaton. I'm working with them down in Madison, Indiana. They do good work. So I'm not concerned about who we got. It really is gonna come down to, is there opportunity to take the 4.1, when you add everything together, and shave it down a little bit, to make it more manageable, versus the alternative, which is to reject it and rebid it. Now, there's risk associated with that. If you've ever bid municipal work before, nobody likes a rebid. There's no guarantee the one bid I got is gonna be interested in bidding it again, and if they do, there's no guarantee that they'll honor or come close to the price that they've given me the first time.
Right.
So these are things that we've got to consider, and we're working through right now, so that I can report back and make a recommendation on which way to go. We've also gonna have to get your rate consultant involved in this, just to make sure that if we go any other direction, that big picture wise, we're in good shape.
Let me,
Is there a way to provide this in a different delivery method than traditional bid build? Work through a bot or a guaranteed energy savings contract, and in doing so, talking to some of those other industry professionals that you're dealing with, or even talking with these guys, where we can, and I know it's late in the game to kind of talk about doing that, but is there a way to do it?
I would say there's potential, and let me circle back with you probably tomorrow. The question I would direct to Andy is, you know, the 1.5 is ARP money, right?
right.
So, do we just want to make sure that there's nothing for those requirements, spending that money, that would preclude us from looking at a different way to get this built?
Yeah, and my understanding is, and I'm not an attorney, I didn't sleep at a Holiday Inn Express last night, so I probably have nothing going for me in my world. My understanding is that the requirements, if the money is not coming directly from the original authorized receiver of the ARP funds, that the federal requirements are still there. But, again, not an attorney, and I did not sleep at Holiday Inn Express last night, so.
I
Okay.
don't know that correlation, but.
Yeah, this was definitely a surprise. It's different. Here's what's been going on behind the scenes a little bit. I've talked to the commissioners, we've met with the commissioners. They would like to see us rebid this. That was their deal. Matter of fact, they were asking for us to reject it today. I would like to give this, I want to set a special meeting for a week from Friday if we can, or a week from Thursday if we can, to get enough in here to go one way or another. But with that said, what I have done is we've got 1.5 million in play. If we don't do something, we're gonna lose 1.5. The alternate full bid is 4.1, which is either 1.6 or 2.6 million, whether we go, if we, above what we have. I have asked Danielle to reach out to Jennifer, find out about SRF bonding, what we would pay if we were to do the whole project and pick up the 2.6. To do this project now, versus if we lose the 1.5 and we have to address this, and we all know the Roriton situation, sooner or later that will be on our desk and on our feet, because it's coming. It's gonna be a lot more than what we're going to invest in the bond at 2.6 if we do the whole thing, which as my opinion is where we need to focus. I would think we would go and do the whole project instead of doing the 1.6 and not upgrading the lift station and the return, all that. I would wanna do it all. But what I would like is to get those numbers from Jennifer, to see what he can do with the engineering part of it and the other side of the contractors, if we can reduce it, and then go to the commissioners after that. And either we keep the 1.5, they do put either more in if they want to, or we bond the project and proceed forward, or we nix this and we start all over again. That would be a board's decision. But I think we need to have all the information so that the board can look at the financial deal. We know what we just achieved, so we know what's in the improvement fund, we know what we have coming in. We also have Jennifer doing a total revamp of the district as far as capital outlay and projects and where we're at and what our rates should be and what adjustments we can make. So all of that, I think we need to give her a little bit of time. I'm gonna ask James, I'll see him tonight, tell him what we are doing, what we're setting up for, and then I'll have an answer for him a week from this Friday. If we can meet on that Thursday after we have all the information, and then this board can make a decision on which way they wanna proceed forward, either to go ahead with the 2.6 and add it to the 1.5. And maybe when I go to the commissioners on Friday, they say, you don't need to bond 2.6, we'll give you 2.5 if you bond the rest of it. I don't know. But I wanna go to them saying, we're not only have locked up the 1.5, we've locked up the other on our end they've helped us. We don't wanna lose, because I'm afraid if we go to bid, we're gonna see either higher or we're gonna get no bid at this point. And he said, his first statement was 100% correct. The material cost isn't gonna go down, so this project is not gonna go down in cost. What will come down is the labor cost, but it won't come down for another 2 years. There's so much money in the market. I don't think we have 2 years to let this project lay on the table and deal with it 2 years from now. So I'd ask this board that we just table this. You have the information until the rest of it comes out. Jason will feed it to us as soon as he gets it from Rob. So I would ask that this board, that at this time we set a meeting, a special meeting for 3 o'clock next Thursday.
Next Thursday or?
Next Thursday.
Oh.
I know, if you can't, I
I
know
thought
this
you
deal,
said
but
week
I
after.
just need to get a majority here if I can, and this is a deal.
On the 21st?
Huh? Could we do 8?
What?
Where's my phone? I don't have a problem doing a meeting at any time, but you tell me, if you guys, let me look at my schedule and see, let's see if we can coordinate something on the,
That's the 21st?
so that'd be the, wait a minute, what is it?
Thursday's the 20th.
Be the 20th.
That works for me.
Oh, the 20th. I looked at it wrong.
Uh,
I got the glare
I
on it.
can't do 3 PM.
I could do at 9 AM. I got a doctor's appointment at 7:30, I swear. I'm not, that's my HSA, I gotta go.
9 is better than 3 for me.
I could do 9 AM in the morning on Thursday morning, special meeting. Ray?
Fine.
Josh?
Yep.
Brenda? Yes, boys.
Yes.
Let's set the meeting for 9 AM, please. Put out the notice. Andy, make sure everything's properly posted and out. Let's set it for 9 AM on Thursday morning. Is everybody putting it in their phone, or Penny, you gonna put out a notice?
I can send an invite out.
Send an invite out so everybody's got it, and it's uniform.
Lisa, I don't know if Ron will be
And
back.
Ron might be back by then,
Everyone as well.
and get Ron in there, yes.
Is there any way we do Wednesday, like 8 or 9 instead?
Oh my God, there's
I
always this
know,
one
I
guy that
know.
just keeps going for
I think
more.
The part that we're gonna be looking for and trying to give as much time for is Jennifer to,
See, that's it, she don't get back, so,
we're just trying to, and truthfully, I think we're gonna be playing this all by ear anyways. I mean,
She's off, Pete, she's out this week, and she's not back till Monday.
Rob, can you not reach out to SRF and see what the rate is
I
on?
plan on it.
And can you get us
It'll
that
be- it'll
information?
be-
So if she doesn't get that back and I don't have the full view, at least the board has what we're looking at as a bond payment. I need to know the rate and what the bond payment and the term would be on 2.6 or 1.6.
It'd be
For
their
this board to
pooling,
make a
it'd be their fall pooling.
I'm sorry?
It'd be through their pooling program. I'll find out what the current rate is, and I'll let you guys know.
And then we,
It's just better, I mean,
Okay, we gotta go back to Wednesday, all right.
I-
Wednesday the 19th, I'm good.
I can only do it first thing in the morning.
I can do 8 o'clock in the morning on Wednesday morning.
It is perfect for me, I mean, that,
We'll try to secure something in here, or it might be in a conference room or something, but we'll try to get everything.
I mean, I now changed on Brenda and,
Ah, God bless it.
I'm sorry, Joe.
I can't do Wednesday.
Really?
Yeah, I can't. There's,
I'm Joe, shoot.
hey, James. I'm finishing up the Regional Wastewater District meeting and I will reach out to him. You got it, bub.
I can try and move my,
I've never heard of.
so,
Stay Thursday at 9?
yeah, I can try and move mine.
Stay Thursday at 9. You got that, Penny?
Yes.
Andy? Yes. Okay, Thursday at 9. All right.
Are you sure, Pete?
I knew that was coming. Someone was gonna say it.
Yeah, let me see.
No,
Tuesday, but
No.
I know what we're battling, so I'm trying to.
Danielle, now Andy, your turn if you have anything, sir.
We just had, going through old liens and, from the previous attorney, and discovered that one house, had a lien improperly, levied against it. It was just a little over $2,000, but that was all cleared up. It just wasn't released by the previous council, so, we got it released and there's no lien on that house anymore. And did you want to take the Farm Bureau building issue or?
Farm Bureau, we are set with closing on the 21st.
Correct, yes, there hasn't been a.
There hasn't been a
set.
time established yet, but we will set with that, and we've all, Danielle's, and the attorneys have asked out if we can go ahead and, hire our realtor to get that on the market and get going with it. So I think that's gonna be okay with them, so we're gonna interact and before we get it, we're gonna put it on the market. But we know it's ours, so that was part of the deal on the plant and doing the negotiation. We just need to finish this up and get this back on the market and get it done.
Who's our,
Where were
who's
we
our
at on the shell
realtor?
building? That,
Hang on, okay, let me go, let me stick with this and I'll come right back to you, Ray. I'm sorry.
Who's our realtor? Will we decide who that is going to be?
I would take suggestions from this board or whatever they wanna do. I have no preference and I don't, if this board has one, I'm not aware of it. So I'm whatever, whoever, I think we should, I don't know if we want to do local, you wanna do a commercial, like CBC or one of the big ones, or you wanna do
That's-
somebody local?
That would be like a commercial, local, like, Caldwell, like a Brian Allert
I
type
know
or
you and
something
Brenda
like
are in
that.
this field, you guys wanna throw out
She's
a
a
couple
realtor.
names to the board when we get to that point, what we need to do, and, or that we want the attorney to look at, maybe for an agreement to sell that
If
building?
it was me, I'd have Ricky Syke do it. She's been in business longer than anybody else in town.
You got
As long
somebody?
as long as it's commercial, that's what I care.
You do
It's
what
got
you-
their ear, I personally go with, Brian, but
Brian?
I haven't used Ricky and very, very great reputation though. So Brian Albert's who I usually
Brian
use
Allen?
on
That's
all
what I
my
thought you, that's what I thought you
commercial.
meant.
He gets them done quick.
Does
so.
anybody else have any input on this? Is Ricky Sipes all right with the board as far as, I don't know, do I need a motion?
We can wait till after the closing. too.
Yeah, we can wait.
We can wait till.
You guys think about it, if anybody else don't want to do it, so well, I don't want to wait till after the closing, I'm gonna miss 30 days, I can get
Oh,
this out on
yeah,
the
we
market.
get it
So
sold.
please, yeah, that's the whole point. I'm sorry, just about let that one slip. So, I would entertain a motion to, engage Ricky Sipes on a contract.
So moved.
Do I have a second?
I can't second, I've got other interests.
I'll second the motion. The first has been made, I second. Is there any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Would you please reach out to Ricky Sipes and get a contract for that property?
Extension. You want an
And one abstention.
right?
Yeah, we got one abstention. Didn't you want to abstain?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Brenda
I have to
abstained.
abstain from that.
Get her contract. Do I need a motion for the board to allow me to sign that contract? Or did that give it to me right there?
Should've given us.
Okay.
I
You're right.
prefer
I'll,
only a
I'll let
6-month
her know that you're
contract
gonna
though.
be calling.
6 months.
And no more on an interest rate of 6%. No more than that.
No more interest rate?
No, I mean, not interest rate, commission.
That's fine. We're independent contractors, we do whatever we want to. Our, policy and procedure manual says 8%, I've done 5 before, so.
I just wanna make
Ricky
sure
kicks
before
me
we
in the
sign any
backside when we do
contracts
that.
that we hold.
Okay, that's fine.
Andy,
I'll send her a
your
message
direction,
right now.
we need the contract, but you'll negotiate the best rate, 6 is the max,
Yes.
all right? If you get me 5, I'll take that.
Yeah, nothing, I said nothing more.
I can't do it because of my position here, or
I
I
know.
would do it for you.
Bring me another winner, and we're good. Okay, we good with that now?
Yes.
Okay. You got anything else, Andy?
That's all I had.
Okay. Miss Ashley?
Bill, where
Oh,
we at-
no, I apologize. Hang on, Miss Ashley. I apologize. Ray.
Where we at on that shell building? Is that completed yet?
The Shell building at Delville?
Yeah.
Delville, that was taken off of our plate. In the latest ARP update, we had pledged a little over 200,000, I believe it was 214,000 to help them with the, when Brad Bookout came in, to help them connect the utilities there for the county to put up a Shell building there. In, the ARP reconfiguration, Plan 5, I believe it was, they took that off of our plate and they refilled that with ARP dollars. So 214,000 will not come out of our funds, that will stay in our improvement corp. They have backfilled that with ARP dollars. So that was completely filled with about $474 of ARP dollars. So that $214,000 will stay in our bank account. They were appreciative that we were there to step up and help them get the project across the line, but after another project fell through, they took that money, moved it over and put ours back in our bank account. Okay?
Has that been completed over there?
No, it has not been completed yet. They're still working on that over there. There's some issues there going. We have that Shell building as far as the county side. They've got that Shell building and we've got a new Italian company and another 90 square foot building over on Cowan Road getting ready to break. So, there's 2 of them going at the same time there. So, both of them are moving along quite well. All right? Okay, now, Miss Ashley.
Well, first, this isn't marketing related. I just have to say you are all color coordinated very nicely today. But I did not get the memo. So yes, good looking board. So for the marketing report, it was a little bit different. We actually sent out 2 emails in June, your monthly email, but then we also sent out an email when we were originally looking in that Hoyt area. So we had created a page and a survey for that as well, for anyone who might be in that area. That is now a dead deal, so there's nothing more. We didn't have it visible on the site unless you had the link, but that is something that we had done. And then I wanted to mention, this was done in July, but Jason, they had sent us the rate increase for Invoice Cloud. So that also went out to everyone that's on your email list so that they were alerted. It's on the website, so when they go to the bill pay area on the website, they see that notice that they will have a rate increase in September. There's also a post on the website as well. So, you know, all of your customers should definitely be aware that come September, there is going to be an increase. We've been doing social media. Jason just recently did a video, if you haven't seen that. We wrote a couple press releases. I don't think the Star Press, or I don't know if you've heard anything from the Muncie Journal. I had him submit it to the Muncie Journal since it's actually coming from the executive director, thinking they might pick up the story. So are there any questions on anything we've done, anything you'd like to see done?
Have you also looked at the marketing report when it comes through? I mean, this last one, I mean, to me, it's, the numbers are growing, the openings are growing. We had 2 people unsubscribed, but had 50 openings, 6 others. I mean, the numbers are going up. So people are looking at it, paying attention. I know if you guys are getting to see it, I am. So, I think it keeps them informed, what's going on here and there, so. Any questions or concerns for Ashley? Thank you, dear.
Thank you.
Okay, next is committee reports, but I don't think we've really started anything on any of the committees we've got formed yet. Okay, that goes. Commonwealth has already done your presentation, Rob. Do you have anything else that you need to add at this point?
Nope.
Okay. Seeing that, I would ask any board member if they have anything to bring before the board today.
I do have one question. Is that Miller Pipeline that gave you the bid?
Correct.
Never heard of it.
Miller got the plans, but they didn't submit.
Out of Brookville.
Miller's swamped.
Everybody's swamped.
Right.
There's still $5 million, or $5 trillion, $7 trillion floating around out there, and everybody's trying to figure out how to grab it before it all disappears. It is, it's crazy. I've never seen it like this in my life. All right, seeing no further business, I would entertain a motion for adjournment.
Make a motion, we skeet out.
There's first and a second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
He wants to be at-
Thank you all for coming.
I can find it.